So this is going to be the solution to your Axis EX4. It says you're going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values are in euros to two decimal places. Using a suitable database package, import j14activities.csv. Use the following field names and data types. So first of all, we are going to open up Axis. We click on blank database. We select where we want to save it. So let's say I'm going to save it in my documents, and this is going to be A1 IT14C to Axis EX4. Click on create database. We are to import the table, so we are going to close the blank table. We go on to external data, new data from file, text file. Click on browse, locate your file, J14 activities. We click on OK. Okay, so by default it is detected as delimited. We click on next. The delimiter is comma. The first row contains the field names. Don't forget to do this. Click on next. Now we are to set the data types. This seems to be short text. This is short text, short text, again short text. This is also short text. Residential is appearing as no or yes, so this must be Boolean. So we click on yes or no. Daily cost. This is cost over here, so this probably will be currency. Then we have duration, which seems to be in long integer, whole numbers, and insurance seems to be what? Long integer. Click on next. Insurance is currency. Okay, so insurance is currency. Click on next. Primary key can be assigned as the course code because this seems to be unique. Is it being specified in the exercise as well? No. So we'll go ahead with no primary key then. Click on next. The name of the table is J14 activities. I'll put it activities and click on finish. Once the data is imported, always double click and verify if it is appearing as it is. They said the currency should be appearing as euros, two decimal places. So this is actually pounds. So I will have to change that. Residential needs to appear as yes or no. This is appearing as check boxes. So we head over to our home and design view. Daily cost. Come down to the field properties. Under the format, if you drop it down, you'll get to see euros. And in the decimal places, you are to set to 2. Then insurance is also currency. So we will select insurance. Format again. We're going to drop it down. Select euro and decimal places to 2. Coming back, click on the data sheet. Save your changes. They are appearing in euros with 2 decimal places. Now, about residential, if I click on this, the whole column is selected. I also get to have these table fields. So if I click here, I've got format. I can drop it down and can change it to yes or no. Did not change over here, which means I will have to go and check the control box. So go to design view, select residential. You can see the format is basically being set to yes or no. Go on to the lookup, change the checkbox to text box. Come back, click on the data sheet, save your changes. Now the residential is appearing as yes or no. So this is the required format or the required data types and field names. Let's move on. It says place a screenshot showing the field names and data types used in your evidence document. Whenever you are to show your table structure, you're going to go to your design view, take a print screen or screenshot of this area only, which shows the name of the table, the field names, and the data types. Release. Let's say this is my evidence document, which is basically compiled in the Word document. So we paste it here. And you also have to caption it. So data structure as per the exam requirement. Always caption your screenshots if the examiner has not given you an evidence document to work on. All right. Then you are to insert 3 records. So for that, we are going to head over back to our database. In the datasheet view, we're going to scroll down to the very end wherever we get to see the star, and we're going to start entering data. So I will just add 1 record for your reference. So this says JR. Let me close this. Okay, so JR 019 trip. Make sure the case sensitivity is followed. Water, stream, Jersey, residential is yes. Then we have 52, then we have 7, then we have 20. Okay, let's add the next one. CR009, kite surfing. Then we have water. Then we have extreme. Cornwall. Yes, 92,615. Yes, 92,615. Last of all is BR017. Stunt flying. Then we have, this is air, stream, Bristol. Yes, 77.5, 4 and 22, 4 and 20. So we're done adding records. Check your data for entry errors. Make sure that there are no spelling mistakes. Case sensitivity is followed and the data is correctly entered. Once that is done, save the data. Saving data in Access, if you just close the table, the data will be saved. The center located in Leads has closed. Find any activities located in Leads and delete them from the database. Okay. So any activities which are in Leads, just use the magnifier. Where do we have Leads? In location? Yeah. So we drop it down and we select Leads. So that will list all the records which are basically having the location as Leads. Click on OK. There's only one. So we'll select this, right click over here, and we click on delete record because the operations are no more in location Leads. So after that, we're going to clear the filters. So the data does not have any record which has Leads in it. Next, produce a report. For the report, we are to first close our table, save the changes, go on to create and click on query design and add your table into the runtime environment. Resize this so that all the fields are visible and close everything. Contains a new field called course cost, which is calculated at runtime. This field will calculate the daily cost multiplied by the duration plus the insurance. Okay. Then we have to set the course cost field displayed as currency. Then we need to show only the records where the level is extreme, residential is yes, duration is 10 days or less, and exclude those activities located in Ireland. Show only the fields course code, activity, type, location, level, daily cost, duration, course cost in this order with all the data and the labels displayed in full. Sort the data into ascending order of location, then into descending order of daily cost. You have to fit this on a single page wide. Orientation needs to be landscape. Calculate the average daily cost position below the daily cost column and format this as currency. You need to have a label to the left of the number which says average cost per day. Include the heading extreme outdoor activities at the top of the page. Has your name, center number, candidate number on the right at the top of the report. Save and print the report. So this is one whole report that we have to do. Now in order to get started, I can add all the fields to my runtime environment, or I can just simply add those which are required. Okay? So it's up to you. So let's add all of them for now. Double click, type, level, location, residential, daily cost, duration, insurance. All the fields added. Now, the first part was that we are to create a new field called course cost. This field will calculate the daily cost multiplied by duration plus the insurance. Very simple. Under the field or in front of the field, we're going to have our operation. Now, what's the operation? Daily cost multiplied with duration plus the insurance. Now, this whole expression needs to be in brackets. So I'm going to put round brackets around this operation first, and then I am going to add or plus the insurance. Enter. I'll just double click so that you can see it. This needs to be course underscore cost. Once you have applied the operation, rename the field, you need to click on run to see whether it works or not. You may even try and calculate whether it's calculating the answer correctly or not. That's totally up to you. But if you have written the function correctly, it will be correct. Coming back to the design view, this needs to be currency by 2 decimal places. I will right click over here, select property or activate the property sheet. Over here in the format, I will select this as euros, decimal places set to 2. Click on run to check whether it's applied or not. You can see that this is appearing as euros with 2 decimal places. Come back to your design view. Next. So we are technically done with this and done with this. So only the records where the level is extreme. So under level, the criteria is going to be extreme. Click on run to see whether it's applied or not. You can see all the records with only extreme in level. Next is residential is yes. So under residential, we are going to type in yes and we click on run. So level is extreme, residential is set to yes. Next is duration is 10 days or less. So under duration, in front of the criteria, we're going to type in less than or equals to 10. So that means 10 days or less. Look at the chevron direction, how it is basically being placed for the less than. So less than equals to 10. Click on run. Check your duration. The maximum value that you have is 10 in it. The rest of the values are lesser than 10. So this is done. Last of all, we are to exclude those activities which are located in Ireland. If I click on run, look at the location. I'll just sort them for your convenience. Now, these activities which are located in Ireland, they are not to be included. So how do we exclude these? We come back to your design view. Under the location, we're going to type in not Ireland. You're not supposed to delete them. You are supposed to put the criteria for not including Ireland. We click on run to check whether do we have Ireland in it or not. So all of this is done. This whole point is done. Show only the fields, course code, activity type, location. Now we need to have the direction set for our report. First of all, we need the course cost. So we're going to select this and drag to the very start. We need the course. Okay, no, it was not the course cost, it was course code. So we select course code. Then we need activity. Then we need what? Type. Sorry? Type, location. Course code, activity type, location. Course code, activity type, location, level is not required. Location is required. Then we need, okay, level is required after location. So we'll move it after location. This is needed. Location, level, daily cost, okay, duration and course code. Duration, insurance is also not required, so we uncheck the ones we don't require or not needed in the report, and we move the course cost at the end. The ones which are not required, I will just select them and move them to the very end. So this is the sequence that we need. We need course cost, course code, activity type, location, level, daily cost, duration, course cost. So this point is also done. Sort the data into ascending order of location, then descending order of daily cost. So first location and then daily cost. In our data, we need to check that whether location is appearing before daily cost from the left or not. Location is set to be in what? Ascending. So we drop it down, we select ascending, and then it is daily cost. So you can see location is appearing before daily cost in my query. So I can do the sorting while staying in my query design. Daily cost is supposed to be descending. All set. So this point is also done. Fits on a single page wide will be done later on. Orientation in the report wizard, calculate average daily cost, position below. This is going to be done after you generate the report. Label to the left of this number, average cost per day, is going to be done later. Extreme outdoor activities is the name. So I will just save my query. Click on close, save it. And the name of the query is going to be extreme outdoor activities. Click on OK. Select your query, go to create and click on report wizard. Making sure that the fields that you require for your report are selected, which is basically in the query. And I will add all my fields because all of them are required. We click on next. Grouping is not supposed to be discussed right now, so we just click on next. We don't do anything. Sorting, we have already done it in the query design. We click on next. The layout is basically going to be tabular. Orientation is set to be landscape. It's going to fit on one single page wide, so this is checked. Click on next. The title of the report is extreme outdoor activities, and preview the report. We click on finish. So this is how the report looks like. Let's see what we have done so far. We have done the fit on a single page wide. Orientation is also set, and the heading of the report is also done. Now calculate the average daily cost positioned below the daily cost column and format this as currency. Now, before doing anything, you are to best fit your data so that all labels and data are fully visible. So we close the print preview from the top and we straight away head over to our layout view. Over here, we're going to make adjustments to our data, the fields and the data, and reposition them, making use of the arrow keys to move your data. While repositioning your data, make sure that they are evenly balanced out throughout the page. There should be no negative space on your page. This is course cost. Okay. So this is the final look of my report. Calculate average daily cost position below the daily cost column. So we are to take the average of the daily cost, which is listed here in the layout. By staying in the layout view, I'm just going to select the daily cost data. Select this. Go on to the top in the report layout design. You have sigma totals. You drop it down. You need to have the average daily cost. So we select average. This will be listed at the bottom of the column. I'll just make it bold so that it is. So this is the average daily cost. Next up, we are to add a label to the left of this number which says average cost per day. So we are going to go to our design view, and you can see that the average function is applied over here in this section, which is actually the report footer at the end of the report. You just click on report design and we select label. Draw a label box and we're going to type our label, average cost per day. Is that so? Now, in order to reposition this label, I can straight away go to my layout, set this right next to my so this is the average cost per day. Next is you are to add your name, center number, candidate number on the right at the top of the report. So for that, we are again going to go to our design view. At the top of the report is basically the report header for now, because this is only one page report. So we're just going to add a label for our credentials. Once done, you are to go to your layout view again so that you can reposition this label box appropriately. Save and print the report. So we are done with our report. This is how the report will look like. If you want to view it, how it is going to be printed, this is the print preview. So this was the solution to your first task, which was Access EX for